Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode of Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well. Got the mind in the right place. If not, let's put it in the right place. So, first off, Happy New Year's Eve to everyone. Be safe out there tonight if you're going out doing anything. And big shout out to my Michigan fans out there. It's a big day for us later on this evening. Trying to show them some love with the jersey and the hat on today. But I wanted to share with you guys. It's a little bit, it kind of goes together. I watch ESPN every morning, right? I love sports. I grew up a sports fan. I played sports all my life, basketball, baseball, did all kind of things, right? And so I really enjoy like going through my routine. And then when I come back from my runs or whatever I do, I'll put on a little ESPN and I'll kind of keep up to date with everything that's going on. And what I like about ESPN in the sports is they're always sharing stories. Okay, they're always sharing like 30 for 30. Like I love the 30 for 30s. And if you're not aware of that, they're just, they kind of give you an inside look at someone's history, their life, how they impact people, kind of what they've done to just, do things to inspire people. It's a great series, the 30 for 30s. This wasn't a 30 for 30, but it was an interview because Michigan's playing tonight. They're interviewing the teams, right? Cincinnati and Alabama and everyone like that. And so they're interviewing Jim Harbaugh, okay? He's a coach of Michigan. And they're asking him about this year, okay? What was the difference this year? Like what changed? Because the last, I think, 7 years or however long he's been head coach of Michigan, it's been okay. All right. It's been okay. But they're Big Ten champions this year. They've had a great season and then they got another shot tonight to extend that season. And he had some good things to say. But one of the things that caught my attention while I was making my shakes and everything in my routine was he talking about Aiden Hutchinson. Okay. He's a defensive end. He's a senior. And he's kind of going into what he did to impact the team this year, okay? One of the things that just really grabbed my attention was he said Aiden Hutchinson is infectious, okay? And when he said that, I just kind of looked up at the screen because I'm doing things and I'm listening and I'm watching and I'm not really full on attention. And he said, this guy's infectious. He goes, when he comes into the room, like he changes everything. His workouts, like you're gonna work out harder. You wanna work out with them. And he was kind of explaining like some other players on the team, like just amped up their game because this guy was around or is around, and everything just kind of multiplies in a good way. He's infectious, okay? And that can go in two ways, good way and a bad way. You can be infectious, like, I just got to get away from you because you're just a negative, complaining, whining, person, or you can be that infectious person to where like you're leveling up people, you're helping people, like just your presence alone and your work ethic and your attitude brings everyone up, okay? And this is perfect. Like listening to this, it's the last day of the year, 2021. Getting ready to transfer into the 2022 year. That's what you should be. Okay. I feed off of that. That's me. Like I was actually it's funny because I was talking to my students yesterday at the 10:30 class, and after class, I was like trying to pre-frame them for the new year because I've had a pretty hard year with like just complaining adults. Okay. I can work with that with the kids all day. The kids and teens, like that's supposed to happen, right? And with adults, it shouldn't happen as much. Like they're adults, okay? You shouldn't be crying, whining, complaining, and sad face all the time and just negative all the time because things aren't going your way. Like you're an adult. Like you should be able to work through those kind of things a lot faster than a kid. But for whatever reason, I've had that kind of year with some adults, not all. And so I was trying to explain to my team yesterday, like look around the room and look at some of the individuals next to you that you train with that never complain, that never whine, that just I don't even know if they're having a bad day. I can't tell because of they don't show it. Okay, they don't wear their heart on their sleeve, so to speak. Like their emotions are not transparent. They just come in and just always do the work. To me, that's a good infection. Like that, like when I'm feeling the way I feel sometimes, and I'm a little going through some things, and there's too many students to list. There's just too many. All right, so I want to list some names and like miss out some people. And then some students like, hey, what about me? I gotta get those people pick my game up. They help me, just whatever I'm going through, just help me just stop it and get after it. There's days where I don't want to train. I was like, I have a mindset like, oh, I trained already this morning. I already worked out or ran. I'm not gonna train tonight. I'm beat up. I'm tired. I don't feel like I'm just gonna go and teach. And then when you're in the room and you're teaching and you're seeing these individuals get after it, it's really hard to not get after it too. It's infectious. It's a good infection. Like, man, what are you doing? You're wasting an opportunity to train. You're wasting an opportunity to get after it. There's people that don't have this opportunity anymore, and you're going to just sit there and look at it and waste it. So I tape up, put the mouthpiece in, headgear on, and I get after it. But that's infectious. My students help me with that, and I help them with that as well. Okay. Just a quick example, then I got to go because we're getting ready to train, New Year's Eve training. I had to, I got a couple rental homes and I had to apply for a credit card for that, right? And the credit score came out at 832, okay? And I posted that to my team because I'm trying to help certain individuals, not all, because there's a lot of individuals on my team that have, great credit scores, but there's a lot of them that do not, okay? And that makes a huge difference in your life. If you're struggling with your finances and stuff like that, it can put a huge burden on you and your family members because the finances aren't right. And it can change. You just need the right people around you. You just need to have the right person to kind of show you how to tweak some things and fix some things and be more disciplined with some things. And things can start going up. And then you can just put yourself in a better position and put your family in a better position. And so that's what I did for my team. And I already got some comments back like, thanks for the inspiration. Thanks for this. Thanks for that. And we've helped my dad, obviously he showed me, he didn't have anyone show him. So he had to learn on his own, and he helps a lot of my students like get their stuff together in that sense. Okay. And with their budgets and stuff like that. So for us, it's just not jujitsu. Okay. Yeah. You'll learn some techniques and you learn some self-defense, but like, it's way more than that in our academy. Okay. So being infectious, like in a good way, like that's it. Like that's the goal. Like you're only here for a certain amount of time. And when you're here for that certain amount of time, what are you doing with it? Who are you impacting? What kind of difference are you making? What kind of person are you being? What's your character like? What kind of just influences are you making? Okay. And just little stuff like that. Your work at like I will, and I was trying to explain that to my team yesterday. Like there are certain students that I have, like I'll use a couple of examples. Like let's say like a Justin Rubioso, right? He's one of my black belts. I just black belted him. He has some talents and gifts that I just will never have. Okay, I'm not his height. I don't have his dexterity. I don't have some of the attributes that he has. I will never be this guy, but I can have his work ethic. He has a great work ethic. And I have, again, a ton of students where I'm not built like them. I don't have their physiques. I don't have their talents. I don't have the things that they were born with. But what I can mimic and what I can like do like them is work hard, not complain, not cry, get after it. Like just push through and just make things happen. And so we do that for each other. And so you might not be able to dunk a basketball or throw a football, some like a certain player like this guy, Aiden Hutchinson. I'm not ever going to be this guy, but you can have a work ethic and an attitude like them. That's easy. You can easily mimic those things. Okay. You can't just grow a new talent or have some kind of, you are who you are. Okay. As far as physically, but mentally, you can change, and your work ethic can change, and your discipline can change, and your attitude can change. That can be changed, and you can mimic that like someone that you look up to. Okay, so sometimes people compare their themselves to other people. And that's one of the biggest thieves of joy, is comparing yourself to people. And unfortunately, like I said, you'll just never be what other people are, as far as like their physical and their talents, but you can be like them with their attitudes and their work ethic and their character. So really, it just again, I catch something like this, like what I caught today with this Aiden Hutchinson, Michigan defensive end, and the football coach is talking about his infectious, being infectious. People want to be like him. They're winning. They had a great season, and it's a team effort, of course, but one individual can bring everyone's game up and level it up. And so if you're not that person that's doing that, you need to get yourself around the right people so that you can level up your game. And then once you level it up, you'll be able to bring other people up as well. Okay, so that's the goal. That's the mindset going into the new year. I was telling my students, like, shed all the bad stuff that happened, or get rid of the things, the bad habits, okay, the no disciplines in certain areas, and change the attitude going into the new year. Be infectious. You can change those things. You can't change who you are physically, but you can change your attitude and your work ethic and your character and things like that. So be infectious, guys. All right, guys, gotta go. Got training today. You guys have a happy new year, and we'll catch you next year. We'll see you.